Chinese words are simple, but they're very different from English words. There are a couple of things you need to know before you begin learning Chinese words. The first and most important is that Chinese is a tonal language. That means each syllable must be pronounced with a particular tone in order for it to mean what you think it means. Now that may sound scary at first, but we use tones in English all the time. We use tones to express attitude and emotion. For example, the English word no, the opposite of yes. We can say no many different ways. For example, no, 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 no. Those were the 4 different tones of Chinese. Could you hear the differences? We can all hear the differences. But in Chinese, those 4 different tones don't express different attitudes. They actually change the dictionary meaning of the word. For example, the Chinese word for mother is ma, M-A, with a flat tone. Ma. The Chinese word for hemp is ma, same syllable, but with a rising tone. The Chinese word for horse is ma, same syllable, but a tone that goes down and back up. Finally, the Chinese word for curse or scold is ma, same syllable, but with a falling sound to it. Tones are not complicated, but they can be difficult to master for us English speakers. So it takes a lot of practice. I think that learning Chinese is a lot like singing. You can't learn to sing just in your mind. You've got to do it with your voice. So I always encourage students, when you're practicing Chinese, when you're listening to those sounds, repeat out loud. Practice the tones. Pretend that you're learning how to sing. The second thing you need to know about Chinese is that Chinese words are often very short, sometimes just 1 or 2 syllables long. In Chinese writing, each one of these syllables is represented by a Chinese character. Now, we're not going to really teach you any Chinese characters in this course. We can get away with that because there is a way to express these syllables written with the Latin alphabet. We call this Pinyin. You will see Pinyin all over these lessons, and each lesson will feature in step 7 some exercises to help you learn Pinyin. There are only about 400 different syllables in Chinese, which when you compare with other languages, that's not a lot. And many of these syllables are very easy to say. Once you master all of them, you can say anything in Chinese. Everybody is different, but for me, I didn't sit down and study the rules of Pinyin. Instead, I learned it on the go. I learned words, I learned phrases, I listened, I imitated. And while doing this, yes, I did look at how it was written in Pinyin, and that's how this course is set up. The emphasis is on listening and imitating, but you've also got the Pinyin written out for you. If you're interested in learning more about Pinyin, there are some links on this page. It will take you to other websites that give useful and helpful information about Pinyin. That's all for Pinyin. See you at the first lesson.